Hey Virgos, and welcome to my channel. I want to thank you for joining me today watching this video. I am doing your channeled messages for June 2019. Not all messages will resonate with everybody, but if you're here, more than likely there's a message somewhere in here for you. So I also encourage you to check your moon, rising, and Venus, as they all make a collective picture to the situation that you are dealing with. For those of you who have been here before, thank you for returning. For those of you new, please hit subscribe. All right, we will get started. So, Virgos, when I was meditating on your situation before this video, I kept seeing the number 6. To me, yes, 6 means bringing into balance or getting into balance, an imbalance. But this is just saying it's time to embrace trust and balance. It's time to balance between the spiritual and the material realms. You could be ignoring your spiritual calling because you're worried about financial or material issues. So really be cautious of that. It's also saying to keep your thoughts positive. We create what we think because we put power into that. So keep your thoughts positive and focus on your true heart's desire. Don't let your fears creep in there, and don't put your life on hold because of lack of courage of moving forward. So that is your main message. So I keep hearing, why are you so afraid of the pain? It's life. We all have to go with the ebb and flow, the ups and downs, the ins and outs. Why are you ignoring your spiritual path and your spiritual calling because of the pain? You'll make it through just fine. For some of you, you're facing a storm. The universe is showing you the way to go, but you're facing a lot of inner conflict. For some of you, your subconscious is not in line with your conscious, which it won't always be, but you can feel it. You can feel it now. You've been going through this for almost 2 years now for some of you. You feel where you're at is not where you're meant to be. You feel there's more to life than this. You feel that you want to be somewhere else, but you feel like you're stuck where you're at. You are never stuck. If you take that first step, Spirit will lead you and guide you the rest of the way, but you have to take the first step. Life is about growing, and it's time to grow. You have, they say a fish will only grow as big as his tank. Well, that's what they're showing me. You've outgrown your tank. It's time to move forward, to move on. For some of you, you're really searching for your light, the cosmic truth, but you've lost sight of it, and you've lost hope in finding it. Remember who you are. If you can't continue to keep living in this imbalance, you must take steps, because your destiny, your outcome is it's complete emotional satisfaction, happiness, joy, love, when you step into what you are meant to be doing, when you get in balance, in line with your conscious and subconscious, and start showing the outside world what the inside is feeling. For some of you, there's a snake in the grass. They're not showing you the hand that they're playing with. They could be telling you one thing, doing another, promising you one thing, planning to do another. There's something going on that you don't know about. But you have this feeling. Look around your closest inner circle, because that's where the snake is in this situation. For some of you, you're trying to deal with finances. You could have recently lost a job, quit a job, but don't have a job. You do have work coming in for you. This will come in the last part of May. You'll really be getting a foothold in by the second week of June. So be patient with yourself, but continue to pursue it. Don't give up. For the jobs that you didn't get, they weren't meant for you. Spirit only had a better plan and a better situation already in the works for you. Just remember, rejection is God's protection, so you can receive something better. For some of you, you're kind of living right now in the I wish I would have, instead of living in the moment, instead of trying to fix what it was that you didn't do. You're just kind of sitting in your thoughts. Don't let the past imprison your present and cheat you out of your future. It's so important right now to live in the moment and to go for it. If you have any doubt, don't have any doubt. Go for it. There's nothing in this world to fear. There's nothing you can't get over. Fear is just sabotaging your life right now. You're kind of, for this group of you, you know what you have to do, but you're afraid to do it. And instead, you're stuck in a place where you're self-destructing. Spirit will guide you. You just have to get yourself out of the situation. And in order to get out of the situation, you have to get out of the mental trap that you've put yourself in. Having the courage to move forward and to walk away from where you're at, it's called to do it anyways, or it's called for to do it anyways. For some of you, your inner sight is rising again. Your psychic awakening is even going further. You could be getting really bad cluster headaches, dizziness, like vertigo. Know that these are ascension symptoms, and you will work through them. But it will quit if you don't. Sometimes it hurts to grow. But if you don't grow, you're going to lose those abilities. You're going to, instead of them getting like more powerful, they'll take them away. Because if you're not going to use them, they're not going to give them to you. Sometimes you got to go through the pain to hit that final awakening, where that's your test. You have to make it through the pain. You have to grow. You have to get yourself out of this place of being stuck. Your confidence will grow. Your confidence will be very apparent when you are who you are. Right now, for this group of you, you're not being who you are. For some of you, you're waking up to the truth, while others are asking, what is my truth? The hardest part of walking your truth is figuring out what that is. So be patient with yourself, meditate, pray, ask your angels to help bring that to you, and they will. For some of you, it's in the form of dreams. For some of you, it's in the form of symbols, signs, and synchronicities. So you just have to be aware of your surroundings. It's going to come to you, and when you see it, you're going to know it. So don't worry about you missing it. For some of you, you could have recently just had like a surgery or had a stay in a hospital, because I see like hospital bills starting to come in and you're starting to get frantic. Just breathe, and it's going to work itself out. You're going to have to call them and set up some kind of payment plan, but just don't ignore them. Don't not open them or anything like that. Address it, and it will work out. Excuse me. For some of you, it's time to find a place of solitude. It's time to listen to your own inner guide. Some of you are coming to the end of a cycle, and I think my throat chakra is closing. Some of you are coming to the end of your cycle, and Spirit is saying that once you complete this cycle, you will never have to experience this again. Yeah, it's hard right now. It hurts right now. But when you move forward and walk through that, cross that imaginary line in the sand and and get out of this cycle that you're in, you will never have to do this again. You will never have to go through something this difficult again. But you have to finish it now, and you're close to that time where the gate closes and you get to do the cycle all over again. It will keep showing up in your life over and over and over and over until you end it, until you complete it. And you know this right now. For this group of you, you're at that place. You know the end is here. It's time to cross that line, and you're sitting there looking back behind you instead of looking ahead of you. Spirit is saying, tend to your own garden. Everybody's responsible for their own gardens, their own abundance, their own money, their own relationships. Tend to yours. They can worry about theirs. Just cross that line. The cycle needs to end. For some of you, you're going on a 4-year. This is the 3rd or 4th time because you've been in the cycle for 4 years. It's time to complete it. Or you're going to have to do it all over again, and it will not go away. It's just going to get stronger and more powerful every time. So if you don't want to experience worse pain than you are now, close that cycle, whatever cycle it may be. I'm seeing all sorts of cycles. It doesn't have to be with just relationships. It could be to your calling, what you're doing, your job, your family, your friends, there is so many different possibilities on top of relationships. So take it as it fits. For some of you, yeah, I'm not understanding that one. I'll come back to that one. For some of you singles, you're kind of in this funk. You're like, oh, why can't I ever meet anybody? But then I see you sitting on the couch in your sweatpants on a Friday night. You got to get out and mingle. You have to get out and meet people. You're not going to find the love of your life through watching Netflix. So get out there and mingle. Go to the park. Go to a club. Go. Just get out of your house. You're starting to isolate yourself. And be careful. There's a difference between solitude and isolation. Many of you need to find that place of solitude to reflect. And this group of you, you need to get out before you become isolated. Because then, that depression creeps in there. For some of you, you're finding inspiration to complete something that you've been putting on the back burner. This is going to bring you much success. Completing this project, completing this, whatever it is that you're doing, is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of monetary value as well. For some of you, June 3rd is going to be very important to you. This has something to do with career. You're getting a new job. You're getting a job. You're starting a new job. For some of you, you're changing departments. It's like a big anniversary date for your employment, whether you're starting or 25 years in. This is going to be a really good day for you. Those of you who don't have employment right now or are looking for something different, you will be contacted that day. If you're contacted on June 3rd for a new job, for an interview, you will get it for this group of you. Confidence is key. Even if you don't know what you're talking about, be confident. For some of you, June 13th is going to be huge. You're going to kick back and have fun for the first time in a long time. You're going to remember what it feels like to honestly laugh, to have fun. You're surrounded by friends and family, and it's just going to be it's going to take a lot of weight off your shoulders. You've been carrying a burden around that's not yours to carry, and you're finally going to get out and forget about that and enjoy yourself. This is so good for you. Enjoy it. For some of you, around the 2nd week of June, you're at a turning point. It looks like you need to reevaluate your life. And when you do, you're going to realize there is way more to life than this. Or there's way more to life than money. You've been staying in a situation, whether it's a relationship or a job, because of money. You're worried about not having any. You're worried about not making enough. You're worried about it not being there at all. You're worrying about having to pay alimony or child support. You're at this turning point, and it like mentally clicks for you that why have I done this for so long? It's going to be the driving force that moves you forward, because you realized that you have sacrificed so many things in your life because of that fear, and you're not going to let that take hold of you any longer. For some of you, you are going to have the courage to move forward and walk away from comfort. This is so encouraged because you've missed a lot of opportunities in the last 4 to 6 years because of this. And you're about to miss another. If you go through June and don't take an opportunity, whether it's in love or finances, you're going to miss this opportunity, and it may not come back around at all or for many years. Once again, don't live with the I wish I would have, because this is a love of a lifetime or a career opportunity of a lifetime, because I'm seeing huge success in both. For some of you, the 22nd is going to be very important for you. Look at your chart, because it's going to be different for all of you, but there are major planetary placements that are going to affect your love, your money, your health, your family. So make sure you look at your birth chart and see where all your planets are on that day, all the transits, because it'll show you where you need to focus on the 22nd of June. For some of you, the 28th and 29th is when your inner sight is going to rise. You're receiving huge downloads, and your psychic awakening is, it's like you guys are like, gee, I thought I just made it through this. Like, what in the hell is going on? Nope. We are forever learning. We are forever growing. We are forever receiving downloads once you are awakened to it. I was down and out for 2 days the other day with such a cluster headache because I was getting downloads. So just be cautious of this, and I encourage you to drink a lot of water the week prior all the way through, and get plenty of sleep and eat right. For some of you, it looks like you're wanting to open your own company or start your own business. You have like reservations about starting it in June. Your reservations are right. Hold off until July. Your planets are not in a very positive aspect for starting your company anywhere from the 6th to the 29th. So if you start it in May, I don't see any problems, or August, or July, I mean, but those 3 weeks in June, you're going to have a lot more hiccups than what you would if you waited or went early. I mean, what's 2 weeks really? Unless you already have your date like advertised, I would highly consider this. For those of you who work in like the if you work with young children, yeah, or no. Oh, you're wanting to change your career. It looks like a children's hospital is what I'm seeing. Because it looks like dorm style. Yeah. If you're thinking of leaving the job that you are working at now to work with young children, like sick children, you're having reservations about that. You're worried about money. You're worried about leaving behind the job. Don't have any fear. Take it. Go for it. There may be a slight pay change, like a slightly lower pay grade, but the actual enjoyment and the lives you'll change by doing it is going to make you quickly realize that it was worth the money that you're giving up, because you're still going to have plenty. But this has something to do with your soul's purpose. This working with children is what you're being called to do. For this group of you, you work in an office right now. I see you sitting at a desk. No satisfaction in it whatsoever. Go for it. It'll work out. For some of you, you're in separation from a soulmate, twin flame, divine partner, and you're having a lot of conflicting feelings, a lot of inner conflict. Spirit saying it's time to face the storm. The lightning all around you is the divine, like trying to wake you up. You're to the point where you can't grow without this person. That's what's linked to the getting out of this fish tank. So you're to the point where you have grown as much as you can, where you're at. It's time to move forward. It's time for reunion. So the two of you, now that you're whole, complete, can grow together and conquer even more in this lifetime. So you're being, if you're in separation from your divine partner, and you know that this is a divine partner, you can feel it in your, in every part of you. It's time to reach out to that person, especially, I'm seeing Aquarius, Cancer, all the fire signs, Libras, and Geminis. If you are in separation from them, it's time to go. It's time to reach out to them. It's time to face that storm and know with confidence that the divine is behind you with this. The divine is protecting you in this. The divine is at your back, leading you and guiding you. But you have to take that first step out of your comfort zone in order to make this reunion happen. For those of you who are have been in separation from somebody anywhere from 2 to 3 years and haven't really spoken with this person in the last probably 6 to 8 months, they're going to reach out to you. You could be reaching out to them if you, more than likely they're going to be reaching out to you. You have to take care of something before you can make this work. You have to do things in a right way before you can move forward with this person. If this is a third-party situation, it's time to end the cycle you're in before you go back to that other person. This is kind of a back and forth cycle that you've been going in, Virgos, and it's time to end that cycle. It's time to do the right thing and go where your heart, go where your heart is leading you. For those of you who are single and looking for love, I do see you meeting somebody. The 15th through the 22nd is a huge week for you guys. You're gonna meet this person by chance. They're gonna send you the wrong message on Facebook, or they're accidentally gonna comment on it's an accidental meeting. That's not so accidental. This is the universe putting them in your path. But this person is reaching out to you. So don't accidentally go sending a bunch of messages on Facebook. But like truly, you're gonna look at your inbox and be like, who the heck's this message request from? And click it. And it's gonna be actually sent to the wrong person, but this is going to initiate the conversation. This is gonna move very quickly. Be cautious not to give too much too soon, because you don't want to lose your sense of self, because this person is so captivating. It would be easy to jump in head first, but you don't want to drown out the relationship before it gets started. You don't want to be too much. So just go slow and try to give an equal amount of what they're giving to keep the relationship in balance. But it's going to be a very happy relationship. For a lot of you, this is your life partner. For those of you who For those of you who are in separation from a soulmate, from a Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Pisces, Leo, that's all the signs I'm seeing. I was just trying to get my message, sorry. They're at a turning point as well. If you are the one that cut off the relationship, you need to reach out to them if you're wanting to move forward with them. They're at a turning point. They're healed from the past and they're ready to move on with or without you. You could have pulled back in the last 5 months and you're like, I can't do this. I can't be a part of a third party. And they're like, okay. And you didn't expect them to do that. You didn't expect them not to fight for you. This was kind of your last chance. If you're wanting to move forward with this person, because I see you like thinking about it, it's in your mind daily. You're going to want to take action and not offer them a third party situation. I mean, take action as in going and getting what you want, and in the right way, a healthy way, because they're moving on. By July, a lot of these people will be in relationships that they will take as life partners. So consider that this option is not forever open. It's time for you to make a decision. For a lot of you guys, you're in a turning point. It's a now or you're going to have to repeat the last 4 years all over again. Heartache, hurt, confusion. It's time to close the door. You know what you are being called to do. A lot of you as well. In the last 2 years, you've been having this massive awakening, this spiritual awakening. You can feel it. You have to get your conscious and subconscious in line in order for this to grow, for your growing pains to subside. It's time to face that inner conflict. Because if you do the right thing and move forward in the right way, with a group of people that I've seen, you have huge gifts from the universe coming in for you. The gift of divine wisdom, the divine knowledge, crowned to you by God, him, the knowledge of the above and below, as well as financial abundance, because the two of you will do great things as far as your work goes. For some of you, you're like wanting to improve something. You're constantly, everything you look at, you find something that could be improved. You're not a perfectionist. You just are constantly wanting things better. It's time now to apply that to your own life. You can look out at every little thing in this world that is done. Every project, every, craft, every job, everything, every person. And you can constantly pick one thing at least that could be improved with that thing that you're looking at. It's time to look in the mirror and look for improvement. Not perfection, because nobody's perfect, but it's time to seek improvement. You'll be amazed when you step into the path that you're meant to be and be the person you're meant to be, how easy life gets. It's not sunshine and roses 100% of the time, but you'll be amazed at how easy life gets when you live your life in the divine truth. For those of you who are in a relationship and you're on the rocks, for some of you, if this is a fire or water sign, this is going to work out. It's just kind of, you're both going through growing pains. Open up the communication. Open it up. I don't see third-party situations in this situation. They're just really confused at where they want to go in life, not who they want to go with. They're not happy at their job. There's something with their family. There's an outside situation that is affecting their thoughts, their emotions, but it's not you. Open up and let them know that you're there for them, and when they're ready to talk, you'll still be there. For those of you, I do see marriages in the month of September for you, some of you Virgos, so congratulations on that. I see for the majority of you, you're not even engaged yet, so it's going to move very fast. June and July will be the months you're engaged, and by September, you're married. So congratulations on that. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you, Virgo. The main message is to release your fear and embrace trust and balance in the divine. Embrace trust and balance in yourself and get out of those inner conflicts. Quit putting yourself there. All you have to do is take a step forward and follow your heart, and you're going to be just fine. The divine will see you through it. But for a lot of you, you guys know you're not where you're meant to be. It's time to get there before it's too late and you miss the opportunity and have to complete this cycle all over again. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. So have the courage. Keep your thoughts positive. They create your reality. So, all right, Virgos, I send you all healing, love, light. And thank you for coming once again to my channel. I much appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of my spiritual journey and for allowing me to be a part of yours. God bless.